Hey guys, top 3 baits for pre-spawn into the spawn. I'm talking about water temperatures from 57, 63, 64, 65. That window right there where you got some fish that's nosing up to the bank. You still got some fish that's out like staging in some areas and stuff like that. That's probably my favorite time of year to fish, and one thing I try to do is keep it simple. I'm typically kind of hunting not the clear water, kind of that medium off color, the backs of the creeks dirtier and stuff like that. Obviously everybody knew the #1 choice, 1/2 ounce covert. I can cover a lot of water. There's just something about this bait. I just get bigger bites. I may not get as many bites as something else, but I just feel like I get bigger bites. I can throw it in the wind, I can throw it when it's calm. The only thing that I would kind of say I wouldn't throw it is like super clear or clear water. I want that off color water, a foot visibility or less, just be able to move down the bank. The second thing is a jig. This is a War Eagle Jiu-Jitsu. This is actually the big one, 5/8. We make it 1/2 ounce too, and that just depends on the watercolor. This is the bigger one. The water's pretty clear today, but this is just for anything I need to flip at, whether it be a bed, a lay down, a bush, a dock, anything that I need to put it in there and kind of rumble around on the bottom. I can get bites on that and catch a lot of fish and honestly catch some big ones too. So and these are not in any particular order. When you go out, it's not spinnerbait jig, it's just the 3 that I'm gonna have on the deck no matter where we go across the country when that water temperature is in that. This is probably gonna surprise you for me. Just a wacky rig. This is a wacky rig dinger, 5-inch. This lays up here for a few reasons. One, if I miss one on a spinnerbait, or if I see one, I can go down the bank 50 yards or so, come back, skip that in there, and get bites. Another reason that it's in there, I go through a couple of pockets or the back of a couple of creeks and I don't get a bite. The question that I'm asking myself is, well, are they not biting, or is there no fish there? I can pick this thing up and skip it around for 10-15 minutes, and if there's a fish around, I'm gonna get a bite. It's just the way it is. So it just tells me a lot. And big thing, it's a follow-up. One thing about that water temperature, you'll see a lot of them, you'll be approaching a dock or a tree or something, and you'll actually see one just kind of hovering up high in the water column. I want to tell you this, my experience. I've flipped a jig on them, I've thrown a spinnerbait across them, I've thrown a frog on them, and when they're sunning like that, they're just hard to catch with any other bait than this. There's something about this, the wacky rig, that I can skip it over there, put it kind of out in front of them, and if they are going to bite, they'll bite that. So it's a real important bait. There's probably been more fish caught on that bait in the last 10 to 15 years than any other bait out there. So top 3 baits, late pre-spawn into the spawn. I hope you learned something. Thanks for riding along.